In this video, I'm going to unbox and assemble this Bluvall SU8 electric bike. You've probably seen this bike packaged under different brand names, but the assembly is all the same. So let's get started on taking this bike from package to pavement. As you can see, the bike is packaged pretty well. You have these two boxes on top that have your headlights probably in this box. So in this box, you're going to have the charger. This is the tool you can use to assemble the entire bike. You have a phone holder, the pedals, zip ties, and then also the assembly manual and user manual is in this box. Here is the battery. This is the 52-volt version. Yep, I confirmed it's 52 volts. The keys are located here. Now this keys lock the battery in the frame, but what I want to do is get this charging so that I can get to the fun quicker. I'm going to take the charger out of the box. Here is the charger. You want to make sure that if you got the 48 volt battery, that you have the 48 volt charger. This is the 52 volt charger that comes with a 52 volt battery, and it easily plugs into this port here like that, and then I'm going to plug this into the wall outlet. Okay, the bike is unpackaged. I really like this color blue. You can get it in an orange and some other color frames. First thing I'm going to do is install the handlebars on the stem tube. I'm going to use this multiplier tool that came with the bike to loosen the 4 bolts on the stem tube. You want to be a little bit careful with the handlebars. Bring it up, and then you'll see these little lines here, and line that up in the center. And then you're going to put on the front cap of the stem. This also helps if you have a friend hold the handlebars, but you can do this on your own. Start threading the screws in. Next, we're going to install the front tire. You want to make sure that the brake rotor is on this side so it slides into the brake caliper that is on that side of the fork. You want to make sure that you remove, there's a nut and a washer with a tab on it like this. This little tab will stick into the fork, and I'll show you how to do so, and remove them from both sides. What I'm going to do is lift the bike up off this protective stand, and then what you want to do is make sure that you pull the tab. There's a plastic tab in the brake rotor to prevent it from closing, so there's a gap in there when you're loading it. Lift this up, remove this shipping bolt, and then I'm going to lift the front axle up and install the front wheel. Sometimes it helps to have a friend help you do this, but it is manageable. There we go. Got the brake caliper lined up, and then it just slid right on the axle like that. And then I can reach back here, put the kickstand down. Remember, the tab washer goes on first, and it goes right into the hole on the fork like that. And then you'll take the nut and tighten that down. You'll do that on both sides. You'll use this 15mm wrench to tighten this up like that. I'm going to do the same for the other side. Next, we're going to install this front fender. First thing you want to do is use a 5mm hex. Remove this top bolt here. And then the 2 bolts down here for the metal standoffs. To install the front fender, slide it around like this. You may need to tilt the tab around and then install this top screw. Screws on the side for the standoffs. And then what you want to do is just fine tune the fender. If you want it real close, I like to keep it close to the tire. Then I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down. All right. Front fender's on. Moving up to the top, I'm going to take these headlight brackets. I'm going to slide them around like this. May need to loosen them. Then you grab your headlight. I'm going to put this towards the top. This is where the horn is. And then loosen the bolt and make sure that this rubber washer is between the bracket and the headlight. Go ahead and slide that on like this. Get this started. Go ahead and put the other side on. Now that I got these finger tight, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this with my 14mm wrench. Careful not to over tighten this too much, just enough to squeeze that washer and not break the plastic headlamp. The last thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you connect it to the main wire harness like this, and you'll see that these tabs will line up. There's also an arrow on the top here, and then tuck that behind the light. One thing to remember, take these rubber stoppers and rotate them around so that the fork doesn't smash into the paint like you see it already had there. To install the rear shock, you're going to need this extra 5mm hex that came with it, and then the hex on this, and you're going to need to put 1 hex on one side, 1 on the other to loosen this bolt out of the clevis from the bottom. And now what I need to do is lift the bike up and get this clevis installed into the frame. Just going to set it down like that. Get that clevis installed, which I did. Install the screw on the other side. And then tighten those down. To install the pedals, you're going to see that each pedal is marked with an L. This is the left side, and then this one has an R for the right side. I'm going to go ahead and install these. And this one is counterclockwise, and then you will use the 15mm wrench to tighten these up. To install the battery, you're going to simply slide it in the frame like this, then down, and then you'll use the key to lock it in the frame so it can't be removed. What you want to do is make sure you take one key with you and leave one key behind, because if you lose the keys and the battery's stuck in the frame, it makes it really difficult to remove. So we have it installed. Let's get this bike turned on. All right, now that I got the battery installed, to turn the bike on, you're gonna hold the middle button here and the screen will come on. This is an M5 screen. It is monochrome or black and white, but it's easy to read with the big numbers and high contrast. Your energy bar or battery levels at the top, your speed is at the bottom, your pedal assist mode is here in the middle, and then your miles. So here are the different settings within the menu. Hit the M button, you get the trip odometer, and then you have the voltage, you have the current when you're throttling the bike, and then you have a timer for the trip, and then back to the odometer. In order to increase the pedal assist modes, you hit the up button, it goes to pedal assist mode 5, down to lower the speed. This is the headlight and tail light. There's directionals, but they are only in the rear. That is the horn. It's nice and loud. I do like that these are hydraulic brakes, which is a really kind of cool for this price point. And over here is the 7-speed shifter. I think I'm gonna have to adjust the brakes down. This allows you to pedal and change the different settings and resistance. Over here is the throttle on the bike. So if you wanna see how fast it can go, now that's 35 miles an hour. That is with no load on it. So I anticipate this bike to do about 32 miles an hour top speed. I'm gonna get this battery fully charged and then take this bike out. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel and thanks for watching.